Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Whoa, what's going on there? This morning's flavor is toasted hazelnut. There we go. Going to be a high of 47. I'm going to work on my garden plans a little bit more today because I enjoy that. I think we're having a coffee malfunction. Uh-oh. I'm looking like I have to spend some money. Alright, I gotta check this out. Oh, there we go. Oh, something happened. Boo. I'll be back. Okay, something is just not right there. It just can't make up its mind. Well, I'm going to have to investigate this situation further. So I would definitely replace this machine, but I think I would buy a different one next time. Well, okay, I'm going to run some vinegar through there. And see what happens. Well, all right. That was an endeavor this morning. All right, let's put some cream in here and see if we have coffee. So, things malfunction, as we know, especially here at Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. We have had issues. All right, that's more than I usually drink, but okay, cheers. Let's give it a taste. Well, it's a little weak on the weak side, but I don't know. I think I'm going to run some vinegar through my coffee maker and see what happens. All right, well, back to what I was saying. I think today I'm going to work on my garden book a little more. I'm like 3/4 of the way through the planning, so I still have to figure out the herbs and where I'm going to move what, because I'm going to move my garden, my container gardens, to a little bit different spots, still in the backyard, but I'm downsizing some, consolidating the dirt, and amending the dirt. So lots and lots to do back there this year. But as I walk out there, it just looks really messy, and I have to make it look neat. So that's what my plan is. So anyway, I'm going to get some vinegar, run it through my little coffee pot here, hope that fixes the problem. And if not, I'm going to have to go on the hunt for a new coffee maker. I still have my Keurig, but it takes up way too much room on my counter. I kept that for emergency use, and this isn't exactly an emergency, so. Anyway, I'm going to go look at my budget book, see what's going on with my finances, and see if maybe I can find some extra bucks in there for a couple of things that I may need, like a new coffee maker. All right, I will be back. All right, a nice big green check mark for yesterday. I almost bought something, but I didn't. But it's something that I probably will buy. I've been looking at the waste composters, the ones that grind up the food and dry the food. And there's one on Amazon that's a reasonable price because they're pretty expensive. So the one I found, they're all like between $300, $400, $500, which forget about it. That's not happening. But I did find one for $200. It's the IDOO, IDOO. So I'm considering getting that one because of the garden. So we'll see. We'll see if I buy it today or hold off a little bit. The thing is, it has $100 off, and I don't want to miss that deal, and it's something that I've been thinking about buying. So we'll see. And then I have vinegar in my coffee pot. That's going. And hopefully that fixes it because I really don't want to buy another coffee pot. And I fixed my coffee. I always keep instant coffee on hand. I just get the cheap instant from Dollar Tree. But I actually use it in my cooking sometimes. Or if my coffee's too weak, I just add a little bit to my coffee. So that's what I did this morning because I had to put extra water in the coffee maker to get it to get going again, so the coffee was too weak. So now I can drink the coffee and not waste it. So we'll see tomorrow if I get a check mark or a red X. All right, I'll be back. Okay, this morning's breakfast is the rest of the pasta that I cooked the other day. It's just enough for breakfast. And 2 of these beautiful blue eggs from my daughter's chickens. Aren't those gorgeous? I love the blue eggs. All right, I'm going to cook this up and I'll be back, but that's what's for brunch this morning. Okay, here is this morning's breakfast brunch. Noodles and eggs, an orange from Flash Foods, and coffee. Yum. One of my favorite breakfasts. It's very windy out here today. I love my wind chimes. This is my very, very messy garden. I have to fix this fence back there. I actually have 2 fences. I need to remove the one on the inside. There's a gap in between. This was a light, a solar light. That needs to go. It doesn't work anymore. And I need to move all these boxes, these towers, and over here these boxes are all going over there. It's very, very messy. And this is my hummingbird feeder that I need to spray paint red. So lots of work to do out here, lots and lots. But it's a nice day, but very windy. More wind chimes. I do love my wind chimes. I can hear them at night when I'm in bed, and it's very peaceful. hopefully soon this will be all green, filled with birds and squirrels and rabbits. For now, it's filled with dogs. Love my dogs too. Well, today is Tea Tuesday for any of those people that participate in that. There's quite a few people in the Tea Tuesday. So if you want to check everybody out, it's hashtag Tea Tuesday. That's it. And if you want to join us for Tea Tuesday, that's all you have to do in your title. Put hashtag Tea Tuesday and it'll bring up your video when people search that. So the tea I have today, cheers. I have an orange slice floating around in there, but it's the Tea Vive, and that is the apple and cranberry, which apparently they don't have anymore, but I have a couple more left and that'll be it. I'll find another new tea that I like just as well. It's not like, oh my God, it's my favorite tea, but I do like it. So I wanted to talk a little bit today, have a little chat with you guys, and you can chat with me in the comments below. Just leave me a comment and we can chat down there. I wanted to talk a little bit about habits, good and bad. So what I found out was, in order to start a new habit and where it sort of becomes a habit, it takes 2 months. So if you're trying to, let's say, like me and my budget book. So I really started this more seriously the middle of January, where I'm tracking everything I'm spending. I'm tracking all my bills, I'm tracking my income. It's pretty much going down to the $1 that I track. So I write everything in my budget book and my calendar, and it's really not that hard. Once you get a system going that makes sense to you. So, don't give up. If you spend too much money, which was a very bad habit of mine, and we'll talk about that in a minute, just keep going. If you fall off the wagon for a couple days, or, just don't throw up your hands and say, oh, that doesn't work, I'm not doing it. Just get back to it. Keep focusing on it. That is the key. You have to keep focusing on it and doing better. Do better the next day. Do better the next hour. The next few hours. I haven't spent money in, half a day, or yay me. And then just keep going. Keep doing that. So some of the things that we spend too much money on, and I'm guilty of it still, not as much as I used to be, is on food. And I've talked about this before. I think most of us spend too much money on food. And if you're throwing food away, you're spending too much on food. You can't consume everything you buy. So it's better if you buy small quantities of the things that you like. Now, I'm not talking about stockpiling, even though that sort of falls in that group too, because if we overstockpile, eventually the food goes bad and it goes to waste. So it sort of applies to all food. And you have to find that sweet spot where you have enough food, you feel secure in your food, but you don't have an overabundance that you're wasting. So it takes 2 months to establish a new habit. So I'm like 6 weeks into tracking my spending, and I intend to do that from here on in. You don't really realize when you're going day to day, you don't really realize how much money you're actually spending if you don't write it down. And I know that sounds like a daunting project, but it really isn't. If you work on it a little bit every day. Now some days, it takes me 2 minutes to do my budget binder. On other days, like at the end of the month, or if I've spent something, it can take me 20 minutes or, now I'm tracking everything. I'm tracking my bank accounts. I'm tracking from those. I track what I spend, what bills are taken out, just everything like that. So, and that helps me look at the money that I'm spending, and sometimes you have like random things that keep coming out of your account. Like for me, it was Roku, which actually just went up from 6 something to 9 something. And that's live TV. That's very nice, but I don't watch live TV because I can't stand the commercials. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now I already paid for it this month because I'm trying to track everything and see when everything is due and what's coming out when. So now I know that I have to cancel that by the 20th because this month is already paid for. Another thing that I don't use enough, now if you shop every week, it's probably worth it to spend the $13 and some cents on the free Walmart delivery. And of course, it's not really free because you have to leave a tip every time too. And so that's $13 a month. And honestly, I don't shop at Walmart that often anymore. I don't shop anywhere that often anymore. My big Achilles heel is Amazon. It just is. So now what I'm trying to do, rather than put it on my 3% back charge card from Amazon, because I'm trying to pay that off, I'm taking it right out of my checking account, and that way whatever I buy is already paid for, and I'm not adding to my debt, so I don't see it rising. I actually see it coming down, which is very motivating to me. So I'm going to do one more Walmart shop, and then, because I do have a couple things, I'm almost out of the ultimate chicken tenders. I like to keep a couple of bags of that in the freezer. And you have to order $30 worth of food in order to get the free delivery. But honestly, I can just go there. It's not that far. And just put on my blinders when I walk by the clothes and the garden section, and just stay in the grocery section and then go home. So those are some of the things I've cut back. I've cut back cable TV. I've cut back on some of the TV apps. I got rid of Showtime. I got rid of HBO. There wasn't anything that I wanted to watch right now. And if a program comes up that I do want to watch, then, I can sign up for it for a month and then get rid of it again, which is what I'm planning on doing. So, now you saw what a mess my garden is. So, most of it is from just pots with nothing in it. Once there's vegetation and stuff in there, it really doesn't look as bad as it looks when it's naked. Oh, never mind. But anyway, some things look better dressed than undressed. I'll just put it that way. But it's a little too chilly to start working out there. But I just wanted to share that with you guys and show you what a mess I have going out there. So my big goal out there is to make it neater with less pots, less raised beds, and sort of not such a hodgepodge everywhere. Make it more organized in the one area that I want to work on. So I finished up my, oh, here it is. This was the area that I was showing you where the light was that I'm getting rid of. But this is the plan that I came up with. I'm going to move all the boxes to the central. This will be peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers, and just I'm not going to go over everything I'm going to plant. But this is my plan to clean up my yard and what I want to plant. So this took me quite a while to put together, but I really enjoyed it. I find that very relaxing when I can plan things. I like to make plans. I like to organize. I like to declutter. I actually enjoy those things. It makes me feel really good when I've accomplished whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So, having talked about establishing good habits, give it time. You know, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just keep going back to it and going back to it. And focus on it every day, whether you flub it up or whether you're successful for that day. And you can even write down your feelings. You know, how was I feeling when I went on this spending toot? Was I feeling very optimistic, or was I feeling down in the dumps? You know, write down your feelings with it, and maybe you can see what triggers your overspending. You know, maybe it's you're bored. I had nothing to do. Well, then find a hobby or find something that you like to do that doesn't require you to go out to the store. So that's one thing that you can do. And you might just see a pattern of whatever it is with your bad habit that you keep doing over and over and over again. So now if you have a bad habit, from what I've done with my research, it takes 6 months to break a bad habit. So if you're a shopper like I was, and you know, it's like when it's an addiction, like everything, you know, whether it's smoking or drinking or, you know, whatever your bad habit is. It takes 6 months to get rid of a bad habit. So, you know, sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes you need a little extra help with your addictions, whatever it is. And there's lots of things out there, resources. You know, there's Overspenders Anonymous. There's, of course, the for the drinking and drug addiction, you know, there's rehab centers that can help you out. So reach out, get a sponsor, get somebody to talk to when you're feeling like, you know, oh, geez, today I'm feeling kind of like I don't feel like I look good, or, you know, whatever, and I really need to go out and buy $50 worth of makeup and 3 outfits, and then I'll feel better. And you do in the moment, but after that moment, you get all the buyer's remorse, and it's like, oh, I did it again, you know. So I don't think it's worth, the high isn't worth the remorse you have afterwards. So, but, you know, if that happens, then just get back on the wagon and start over again and work on it for at least 6 months until you can see that, okay, this is really working. You know, this past 2 months, I'm going to use shopping as an example, because I can relate to that. over the past 2 months, I haven't spent as much. I haven't gone on as many shopping sprees. So it's working, you know. So it takes a long time to build on things. It's like if you want to learn to paint, okay, very few people are savants when it comes to anything, you know, playing the piano or painting or whatever it is you want to do. You have to build on your skills. And it's the same way with an addiction. You have to break the habit a little bit at a time. And if it's daily, you know, or whatever you need to do to focus on that bad habit and then replace it with something else. Replace it with something that you want to be a good habit. So that's all personal to the individual, whatever they find important. But, you know, if you have a bad habit and you really, really want to kick that habit, it's going to take work, like learning how to paint. You know, you have to learn your color mixing. You have to learn your brush strokes, all those things. And then it's practice, practice, practice. So it's the same way with breaking a bad habit. You have to practice breaking the bad habit. And it's the same way with establishing a new habit. You have to practice that habit. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Today I'm going to work on some more of my raised containers and see what herbs I need to work on, where I want to plant herbs, what goes with what. And then I really have to think about that composter, because I really would like, I mean, this isn't like something I've just come up with. I've been thinking about this for a long time. And this composter is a good buy with $100 off from comparing to the other composters that are offered. And I do have a little bit in savings so that if I do buy it, I can pay for it. So, and I'm working on my little coffee pot, and it was plugged up. So I just keep turning it on. I put vinegar in it. I keep turning it on, let it heat up, let some of it run out, and then I turn it off and let it sit. So I'm going to do that for a couple hours, and it seems to be working better. And I think that was the problem. It was just plugged up with coffee grounds. I have to remember to clean that once a month. So I think I'm going to tell my friend, I'm not going to say her name because she'll turn on, but I think I'm going to tell her to remind me once a month on a certain date to do that chore. I did that for changing my furnace filter too, because that's something I always forget, you know, and then it's like, oh geez, it's been 3 or 4 months since I changed the furnace filter. So now I have that reminder, and that works well. I mean, I know the Big Brother thing, and yeah, I do believe they listen, because sometimes my grandson and I tried this experiment, and we were talking about a certain item, and in the room where the A is, and doggone it, if all of a sudden you don't start getting you start getting all these ads for that thing. So, you know, I don't think it's just a conspiracy theory. I really think that, you know, they do so much that we don't really know that they do until something happens, like Elon Musk buying Twitter. I think that was one of the best things ever. But That's our new era. The era of AI. Well, all right then. I'm going to drink my tea. That's pretty good. It's good with the orange slice. If you have a lemon slice or an orange slice or, you know, anything, put it in your tea. All right. I will be back a little later and I'll show you what I'm having for my meal tonight. It'll be another simple one because I'm really busy. I don't know why I'm so busy. Are you guys always busy? I'm always busy. And I know I've talked about not being so busy. And honestly, there are days where I just say, I'm not going to be busy today. I'm just going to be unbusy. And then I make an effort to be unbusy. So when you feel like you're starting to get overwhelmed, then maybe you need a not busy day. So okay, I'll be back in a little bit and we'll wrap things up, show you my dinner, and that'll be that. Well, tonight's quick and easy dinner is coming out of the fridge and the stockpile in the freezer. These Italian meatless meatballs are from Aldi's, the Earth-Grown brand. 6 of these have 190 calories, and the price is decent. I have my lettuce that I got the other day from Costco, the big huge container. Classic Alfredo from my stash. Pasta I cooked the other day, and I still have cheese left from that big huge bag of cheese. So here is dinner for tonight. Quick and easy. So cook ahead some pasta or rice or potatoes, and you'll always have something quick and easy. Have ready-made salad, cheeses, sauces that are either canned or jarred, and freezer food. All right, I'm going to enjoy my dinner, and I'll be back. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. Make yourself a happy life. You are the master of your destiny. If you have things you don't like in your life, work on getting rid of it. If you have things that you want to bring into your life, work on achieving that. Put it out there to the universe, whatever, and manifest it however you do it, but you have to focus on getting rid of bad things, and you have to focus on bringing in good things. So that's all I have. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself and be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.